1 2 1 2 1 2. Yo, 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 yo. 1 2 1 2 1 2, and we're live in this. Big up sister love. First one to tune in. You done know. Big up yourself. Yes, yes. So good night to you. Hold tight, Tonya. All faithful tuning in each and every week. Big up yourself. Look. You still got time to share, you know. Tonight's topic is going to be serious, and let me take this time out right now to wish each and every one of you a happy new year. Don't forget, a lot of people didn't make it to 2024, so count yourself as blessed. Don't take life for granted because you're here, so big up yourself. 2024. Yeah, man. Live your dreams. Don't let no one tell you can't do what you want to do. Do what you want to do with the utmost respect. Live it up, people. Ladies and gentlemen, as I always keep telling you, you can only live with yourself. You have to live with yourself 24 hours. That's what I was meant to say. 24 hours is you. Everybody and everything else is always optional, but with yourself, it has to be done. So make sure you take care of yourself. Big up yourself. 2024. Wishing each and every one of you a super duper blessed year. And trust me, you're locked into the Let's Talk Radio and Podcast Show each and every Wednesday and Sunday right here at 8 p.m. That's Eastern, 9 p.m. Atlantic time. So tell a friend how we set trends each and every Wednesday and Sunday. We're going to be taking around a brand new topics, and tonight's topic is an interesting one. Yes, man. It's what no one tells you about being a step parent. The good, the bad, the ugly, trust me. So we need each and everyone to join. And if you didn't realize, today I'll be giving away an incentive. And it's simple. It's a question I'm going to ask. Once I get to 10 to 15 viewers, I'm going to be giving away something, a small incentive for the new year. So share this with your friends. I need more viewers on. Share this with your friends. Share up, guys. Today's topic, Lord. Yeah, man. So has anyone got kids right now? If you got kids and you're locked in right now, comment in the comment box you have children, because this one's mainly for you guys. Not necessarily you, but even if you have a friend that have kids, if you're single, if you're in a relationship with someone that has kids that's not yours, this topic will be for you. So share up. So big up Lab that's locked in. Old type Tonya. Big up all my silent viewers too. Where you guys listening from? Show me a flag. Let me know. And it's the Just Talk, Let's Talk Radio and Podcast Show. Tell a friend how we set the trends. All right, Brisha, big up yourself. Big up Naddox, all my 767 massive. Yeah, man, old type my Dominica massive. Saka Fit. Yep. Saka Fit. Share this up. Good night, Sherry. Hold tight. Thank you for returning. Happy New Year. And we're going to roll right into this one, you know. Hold tight, Shelly, if you're there. Hold tight, Shan. Big up each and everyone. Big up Tia. Big up everyone that's locked in right now. This topic is going to be exclusive. It's about step parent. The good, the bad, and the ugly. The good, the bad, and the ugly. This one's deep. So again, if you have children, if you have a child, and you're with someone else, it's not their child, show me a signal right there. I've got some questions for you guys, some questions right now. And even if you don't have any kids, this might be one that you need to hear, because you never know what the future holds. Hopefully each and every one of you, the goal is to get married, get settled down, have a child with your husband or your wife, and live happily ever after. However, that's not always the case, guys. Life happens. Plans don't always work out. As my aunt would always say, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. But sometimes things happen and it doesn't go your way, and you end up in a relationship with someone that has kids, someone that you're going to have to trust with your children. And it's a game changer, because first of all, trust is a big thing, man. More than trusting them with your heart, your kids, for real, like for real. You gotta trust them around your children. So it is a big deal. It is a big thing. For some it's hard, for some it's easy. But nevertheless, your kids is someone that you don't want no man playing around, no woman playing around. So big respect to all the parents out there that don't just jump in and bring their children around people that they're not uncertain about. And it's okay to do it, you know. Just make sure they're good people and they're certified and they're not out there doing madness. Because, you know, not all relationships work. You might be hoping for a great relationship. You've brought your children around that person and it doesn't work out, but there's nothing wrong with being friends. Big up on my Dominica Massive. You're representing tonight. Old type Miss, what's that? Miss Greenie. Do you know what? I love Dominica so much, you know. Like, I've been there twice. I went there for Creole Festival. Big up on my Creole Fest. Massive, man. Absolutely big. I went there. Old type the VI crew. Wait, that's cuz you finally locked on. Is that who I think it is? Is it you? If that is you, thank you for taking the time because you're always busy and I'm finally seeing you. I think it's you. Yeah, big up, man. Big up my Dominican, big up my VI Massive, my Vinci crew. Big up my BVI crew. Hold tight, Sherry. Hold tight, all your gang. So let's roll into this. Listen, step parenting, it could be very challenging, very, very hard. I'm talking from experiences. And it could be also rewarding. But it's something you definitely have to be careful of. Definitely have to be cautious of it. Now, remember, you're not only, you can look at it as you're dating a family now. You're not just dating. If you get into a relationship with someone with kids, yeah. Furthermore, when you start speaking to someone of interest, it is very important to establish a conversation about your children. If you have children, if they're a potential candidate, you guys agree? And before, let me go from the beginning. Let me backtrack a little bit. I said I'm going to give away an incentive, a prize, once you can answer the question right. So the first person to answer this question right, I've got you, you know. I'm not even joking. It might be big, it might be small, but I got you. And please, guys, I like the flow, the traffic and all of that. Say your points. What's the word I'm looking for? Participate, please. We're all learning from each other. So the question that I have, are you guys ready? If you're ready, let me hear you say ready. No, let me hear you type ready. I have a question in where you can win something right now. If you guess it right, I think I'm going to give it away to 2 individuals. You just have to guess it right. Let me see ready. Okay, ready. Tanya's always ready, boy. She what? Boom, 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 boom. She's ready. Who else is ready to win this thing? Yes, ma'am. Dominica Massive, ready like Freddy. See you there. Who else? Oh, that's all I need to see, a ready sign, you know, and then I'm going to blast it out right quick. So if you're ready, Miss Greenie, yes, man. Ready. All right, a little something. Let's see who's going to get this right. I don't think you guys are going to get it right. I made this first question somewhat difficult on purpose. So as you're aware, oh yeah, by the way, guys, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be changing the show to every Sunday. And it may be every other Wednesday, but definitely, God's willing, once we're live and kicking, it's going to be every Wednesday right here on a Let's Talk radio and podcast. Big up to you. Big up our first time viewers. Hold tight yourself. Big up yourself. Yeah, man. So big up on my first time viewers. Appreciate you. Thank you for joining us tonight. Okay, so I'm going to go straight into it. Who can guess right now? Let me loud down the music. Who can guess right now what me, myself, Deshane, every time I start a show, just before I start a show, if you can guess the thing that I do before I come interview with the audience, I've got something for you. Let's go. And this is the segment where we call Game Time. So who's going to guess it first? Let's go. Let's go. Come on, time's running. I haven't seen an answer right yet. Come on, guys. I'm going to give you a minute to guess. 1 minute. And the question is, who can guess what I do every time before I start a show? Guaranteed. Once I'm alive. Who can guess? Who can guess? Who can guess? Oh, you know your time's up, you know. Should I give you guys another chance? No one's, do you know what? It should be pray, you know. It's really, I should be led by God. So thank you for this. You know, I should pray. I'm going to go again. One more time. You guys are wrong. So I'm giving you a chance. Let's go again. What do I do? Share it with your friends, because you might get a better chance, and share the gift with your friends, you know. No shame over here. Definitely no shame. No judgment should be passed, because that might not be the thing I immediately do before the show, but it could be the thing that I do before I do the thing before the show. No shame. No shame. No shame. Let's go. No one. Oh my gosh. Wow. No one guessed. All right, so, okay. Let's get back to it. Do you know what? I'm going to leave it. I'm going to keep going until someone gets it. We're going to get back in the show. I'm going to be easy on you guys. I'm not going to close it out. I'm going to get back to it. Let's get back to the show. We're talking about blended family, sorry. Do you know what? Miss Green, do you know what? Wait, hold on. Pull up. Miss Green, do you know what? I'm going to give it to you, you know? I'm going to give it to you. I'm definitely going to give it to you. Do you know why I'm going to give you this? Because that is one of the things that I do. I share the content. Come on, all of you have got something from me about tonight's show. How could you not guess this? Miss Green, big up yourself. I'll let you know what you've won. Look, calm down now, calm down. You're answering a bit too much. You're done win. I share my content before the show, but there's one other thing that I do, so you've got another chance to win something. So it's not over yet. Let's get cracking. Keep posting. Don't keep the focus on this. I want you guys to interact about the show and its importance, about what no one tells you about step parenting, because that is something serious. No, it's not play music. You guys keep saying play music. And I've already said, nah, it's not that. I would have given you the prize already. So fall back on the play music. It's not that. I'm giving you a clue. So listen, a lot of us have children. A lot of us didn't make it through with marriage with the people that, well, some did, that we had our kids with. Nevertheless, life goes on and we get into relationships. And I would assume that when you get into a relationship, when you have a child, especially if it's a young child, you're extra cautious about that person that you choose to get with. Am I wrong? Tell me if I'm wrong or right. Tell me some of your experience right now. Does it matter? Awesome. And Valerie's a step parent. Big up to yourself. Does it really matter? Is it very important in deciding your partner when you've got children, especially young children? And if so, why? Let's get interactive right now, guys. There's many reasons as to why you should be cautious when you're getting involved with someone, because at this point, it's not just about what you like. It's about what's going to be best for you and your child and your family. For example, you want a role model. I don't use the word role model. Do you get it? I don't use role model no more. You want a real model, because a role model, that's just playing a role. I want something to be real. Do you get what I'm saying? So talk to me, guys. Old type Black Mermaid, big up yourself. Thank you for joining. So let me know, guys, what is some of the things that you look for in a partner, female or male, because we've got both online right now, when you've got a child versus when you don't have that responsibility of having a child. And even so, before you have a child, when you get involved with a person, do you look potentially if they can be a good father to your child or mother to your child, especially if you guys break up, because you know how some breakups are nasty. It's stupid. Oh, Miss Green, that's Donna. That's my long time. Do you know what? I'm sorry, D. Sorry, D. I thought it was night, you know. But yeah, I am so sorry, but I got you. I got you. Big up D, man. That's my long-time friend from... Listen, before I even moved to the VI, I call her Mariana. We were tight. Yeah, before I even moved to the Virgin Islands. She's one of the first people I met, and we've been cool ever since. And actually, when my daughter was born 11 years ago, she was right there too, and we was friends prior. So big up D, man. Big up yourself. I got you. I got you. I got you. Trust me, I got something for you. Listen, and the phone lines are open today. Today, we have the phone line open. That's something new for us today, right? Yes, we have the phone lines open. And to get you through to the all-important Let's Talk Radio and Podcast show, the number is 954-997-0653. I'll repeat, take it down. I'm going to slow it down for you guys. 954-997-0653. If you have a question, if you want to respond, by calling in, please do. We'll be more than happy to hear from you. I'm going to do something special for the first person to call in as well. So big up Donna, Miss Green. She won. She's the first person. The second one hasn't given the correct answer yet, which is, what is the first thing I do right before I come live on the show? What do I do just before I come to the show? That's very important. A lot of you guys have said prayer. I'm going to implement that to be the very last thing I do before I sign on. But no, that is not it. All right, I'm going to read a comment. This is from Black Mermaid. It's important whether they're young or not. It's important. If I have small children, I worry about people that are involved, smoking, drinking, watching violence at home in front of children. Definitely agree. Definitely agree with you. And yes, I've set it to delay because I can't keep up with everything. So yes, the comments will be delayed, guys. But however, keep it going. That's for me to help me get through everything. Because if everything was in real time, I wouldn't be smoothly getting through with the comments. So definitely appreciate the comment right there, Black Mermaid. Very important. However, supposing a parent that smokes and drinks, would you like your partner to be someone that smokes and drinks as well? Would that make it more compatible? Like, you smoke and drink, so I don't mind if my partner smokes or drinks. Or is that something, you know what? I know it's not something I should be doing. I don't want my child to do it, even though I do it. So I'm going to try and find someone that doesn't do it so that it might help me not to do it. What do you guys think? Yeah. What? Yeah. What? Yeah. Nadox, is that how you say your name? 767 Nadox? Definitely welcome the viewers. I welcome each and every one. Big up yourself. Thank you for joining. Please keep sharing. Keep sharing, guys. Let's grow this. No heavy drink, because very important in a relationship. So if you just joined in, you just locked in, we're speaking about step-parenting, a very important topic. For the most part, children, yeah, you can call it children, but young adults, they're having children in their teens, mid-20s, between that age for the majority. And a lot of us are not married or haven't been married when we've had our child. And a lot, sorry to say, the person that they had their child or children with, they're not with them no longer. So you're not going to stay single for life, but you're going to start establishing and dating again and potentially getting into a relationship with a new partner. What are some of the important things when you get involved, especially not just for you, but for your child? What are some of the things that as a yes, like what's the check marks? Yep. And the no's. When you start dating again with a child, talk to me, guys. Let's get interactive. Yeah, it's sad, but it's life, We need to embrace that right now. I don't say practice it. When I say practice it, we have to be good with our decisions. We have to be very careful, and everything we do has to be intentional, guys. Do you know, if we take time to think about things we say, things we do while we're in a relationship, do you know what? It'll be so much more easier, because relationships are about compromising. One of the first things you should do is, I got a woman. I got a man. I got a man. I got a woman. Turn them off right away. You're going to see a different you'll see you're even going to respect that person or not respect them. And they're either going to respect you or not respect you. And that is a way of getting to know a person that you could have ended up getting with And they don't have respect because you've told them you're with someone and still pushing it. That speaks volumes of that person. So questions are very important in relationships. Questions are very important, and telling them the most important thing to you from the back is very important. If you're in a relationship, you tell them you're in one. That can deter people. That can also help you to avoid temptation as well. Let's be real. We're humans. There's some beautiful people in this world. Remember, we all come from God. We're going to run into some beautiful, handsome, pretty women, handsome guys, and you're gonna be tempted. Let's be real. The first thing you see is the image. You don't see the heart. You see what's in front of you, the physical side of things. And let's be real, guys. Let's not sugarcoat it. There's attractive people out there. And not because someone's attractive means that you're cheating. It's what you do when you see that person. You know what I mean? We're in a world of sin and temptation. So don't feel no way. Just make sure you respond the correct way, guys. That's what it is. Get into the habit of responding accordingly, respectfully. I would hope by, 25 and on, we're thinking about settling down, buying a home, and, creating a family, whether it's with the person that you have the children for, the child for, or not. You have to choose very carefully, very wisely, because it's not just you in the situation. It's not just you. And I always say this, a relationship can work with both of you guys. Take the time out to compromise. Listen before you speak. And if something is going wrong, you speak about it. Don't go out there looking for someone else. Because if you go back on a previous podcast, I spoke about that 80-20, where you got 80 at home, 80%, excellent, good. But the 20% is missing. And a lot of relationships break up because they go looking for that 20 and it's not worth it. Why would you pick a 20 over 80? But you're clouded up with what's missing instead of working on it. So just be very cautious and careful. So guys, let's read some comments here. Anybody that enjoys being high or drunk on a regular basis is not a real role model. Is a real model. Big up yourself. She used the word. Your real model. That's how we're doing it. We're keeping it real with everything. We're not doing roles. We're not playing roles. A real model. Antonia says, I look at the person's character. I personally wouldn't date or bring someone around my children who smokes heavy and drinking. I agree. I don't smoke, so why am I going to have someone around me that does it? You automatically disqualify. So let's deal with disqualifications in the dating process. Can you keep them as a friend, though, someone that smokes and drinks? If they're disrespectful to their parents, that's a no. Big up yourself. You don't know. That's another way of looking at them. So we're getting some good information here, guys. Definitely getting some excellent information here. So make sure you're taking notes. You got your notepads. How involved a person is with their own children's life. Excellent. Do you know what's so funny? I'm glad you said that, Tia, because a lot of guys especially get judged because they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, however much kids. Yes. It's not the right way. It's not the way we've been brought to be, having multiple kids, multiple mothers, etc. However, stuff happen and people do change. People do change. I don't think it's fair whether you judge a male or female based on how much kids they have or based on how much different baby mums or baby fathers they have. You base them on how they're dealing with their kids, their children, because you don't know the background as to why they're not with them or why they have multiple. My best friend, my grandma, she had 5 kids. Yeah, 5 different women, and that woman is an angel. No, and I'm not saying that because it's my grandma. She is well respected. God bless her soul. R.I.P. She is an angel. She's like, wow. Do you know what I'm saying? So you can't judge someone. People go through stuff. And back in the days, her days, when she was born in the 1930s, there was more dependent on guys, and guys took advantage, especially, she was poor and stuff, and she was very soft and she needed the help, and she wore her heart on her sleeve. But she was the most amazing woman. And she raised all 5 kids by herself. And trust me, my aunts and uncles, mum, very successful, very educated, very intelligent. I go to them for wisdom. So do not judge person by their past. I mean, I'm not saying to disregard it, but don't do it. Don't do it. Look at how they're dealing with their children. A red flag straight away. A guy with children and not dealing with the children. Straight up. A woman with children and finds it more entertaining to be out every weekend and not with the family. Those are some red flags, guys. So just don't be fast to judge. You know what I mean? That's one of the reasons, or one of the ways you can go ahead and choose someone to potentially be a partner. Profanity, that's a no-no. Definitely. I agree with Tonya. Yeah, I hate it, man. Seriously, if you're a person that's always cursing, I might not say nothing, but I'll shy away. I'm not trying to change no adult. I'm not doing it. It's either you are what you are, you're not. I'm not changing no adult. So if you curse, swear, kudos to you, big up yourself. You're done, no. And don't go boxing off your kid when the parents call you, say, hey, your child was here cursing and swearing, and you're doing it at home. Come on, man. You're a hypocrite. So be careful, because these kids, their brains are like sponges, man. They see, they observe. One of the things that children feel is emotions. They know love, trust me. They might not be able to express it verbally or how we do as adults, but they can feel it. They know when something's wrong and something's right. So be very careful in front of your kids. Don't be cursing and swearing, and then when they go to school and they're doing the said thing, you're slapping them across the head. You need a slap. I'm being straight up. You need a clap. You need a psh, psh. You need claps straight up. Anyway, back to the thing. Always overly talking about sex. I don't want you around my children. When you say that, are you talking about to you or in front of the kids? Because that's crazy. Why would they do that? Yeah, but anyway, overdoing anything's a bit of a turn off, innit? If you're going years, months without talking to your own child and not reaching out, yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. But still find out the history behind it. Do you know what? I'm not going to be biased right now. But me growing up, and I think even it's relevant today, there's a lot of fathers that's not involved in their kids' lives, and they automatically is going to get the backlash. And I'm not defending fathers, because there's some that can be in their kids' life and they choose not to. They stay away and they find other things more important. But you guys, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the ones that's had bitter baby mums, because you know it's out there. Just like there's bitter baby fathers after a breakup, you're not seeing your child support, end of story. I know a few people that's going through that, and I think that's something that's swept underneath the rug. Bitter baby mums, and from the outside looking in, they're not there for their child, but you don't know the history and why they're not there. There are some, listen, it says it, the scorn of a woman is deadly, trust me. And I'm not dissing you women, because not all of you are like that, but let's be real. All of you have friends or know someone that's experienced that. You know what I mean? Because when a woman's hurt, it could be rough. It could be rough. It could be rough. Let's just be real. Let's just be real. It can be rough. So don't be quick to judge. But at the same time, if the guy is not making the effort to deal with his child and vice versa, and yeah, and I have to big up all the mums out there. I'm bigging up the fathers too, you know, because fathers don't get for the most part. Listen, for the most part, women, mothers do the most. So let me take this time out to big up the mothers them that's doing the most for their children. We acknowledge you and we respect you and we love you. Trust me, because without you, yeah, no man has the right, I don't feel, to judge a woman raising their child and they don't playing a real role in their child's life. Don't do it. Even if she's having a tough time and you know it's not up to your standards, who are you to judge when you're not doing nothing? Who are you to judge when you're not in that woman's position or you're not in her shoes? Do not do it. Guys, if you're not going to help, if you're not going to lend a helping hand, don't diss a woman that's trying her best to raise her child. My best and your best is two different bests, so do not judge. Leave that to her and God. If you're not going to help, stay away. And again, women, try not to judge a guy that's got, based on the fact that he's got multiple kids with different baby mums. Judge him, yes, but based on how he's dealing with the situation at hand. Judge him based on the interaction with his child. Judge him based on whether he's loving or not. Judge him based off he shows interest. Do not judge just because, you know what I mean, the world says this is how it's supposed to be. The rules change every day. Yeah, and it's an individual thing. All right? Because no one can tell me how my life is or how I should run it when you're not in my life. Don't do it. I don't need you around me, so I'll keep it moving. Yeah, what you say If it's not valid, I'm going to ignore it or just say, okay, cool, and keep it moving. All right, so let's be less judgmental. If we're not going to help each other, keep it moving. All right, let's keep it rolling, guys. I'm going to read some of the comments here. I'm not going to read all because there's a lot, but I'm going to skim through some of these comments here. It's a big turn off when you're not doing your own, doing for your own. Yes. Yeah, always. Over. Do you know what? Do you know what's so crazy? I've had people saying, like, they got guys in their inbox, like, that sends them pictures, new pictures. Do you guys really do that? Like where I assume most of us are 30 and older, or maybe late mid-20s and older. I'm in my late 30s, but for real, do you guys really do that? Like, before getting to know you or anything, are they just sending you pictures and like thinking that's gonna impress you? Because that's crazy. And bun you women that get excited over that without I mean, there's levels. I can't tell you guys what to do, but establish some kind of foundation before you get to that level. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna get to that level. That's a red flag, straight. That's a white. That's a white right there. Yep, no self-control if that's all they're talking about. Yeah, man, there's a lot of comments. There's a lot of comments here. That's very valid. Very valid. So keep them rolling. And if you want to call in to the Let's Talk Radio and Podcast Show, 954-997-0653. I'll repeat, 954-997-0653 will get you through if you have a question you want to ask. So let's go. What's the limits now? So you guys already said what's a turn off and what's a turn on. Well, mostly what's a turn off, guys. Let's switch over to the positive now. What are some of the things that you look out for in a potential person to help you or to be by your side to help raise your children? What are the things that you look out for? Like, what's some good attributes in that person in making a decision as far as, you know what, I'm going to take things to the next level with this guy, this female, and I'm going to bring my children around them. At what point do you say, yeah, this person's worthy enough to be around my kids, guys? Let's hear some of your views and comments on that right there. I was watching a podcast earlier and a woman said to me, and sorry to say, it was a black female. She was saying, there's no benefit in raising someone else's child because it's not hers. Bun you. That's just selfish. Yeah, especially if your mum ain't married, you know what I mean? And your dad wasn't in your life and she had boyfriends that took care of you. Bun you can't think like that. You understand? You can't. Good night, Tasha. Big up. Thank you for joining us. Once again, if you just locked on, this topic is about what no one tells you about being a step parent, the good, the bad, the ugly, on the Let's Talk Radio and Podcast. Each and every Sunday for sure, God's willing, once we're live and kicking 8 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Atlantic, and every other Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Atlantic. Very good topic we're talking about tonight. So let's go. So what's the stuff that you look out for in a guy, man, or woman? A woman. Is there any guys in there? If you got any guys in there, show me. Show me. And if not, please share this with some of your male friends so they can get interactive. We like to hear both sides of the spectrum. We need to hear both people's views on stuff. What are the stuff that you look for in a guy that a potential candidate to be a part of your children's life? And while you guys are thinking of that, I'm going to go on to talk. What are some of the boundaries? For example, you finally decided to let a guy into your life. At what point? At some point, you're going to introduce them. When do they get to spend that time where they're staying with you, sleeping over? That can be a tough one, man. And what about if the guy is awesome and he tries his best with your child? Not the guy, I keep saying the guy or the woman. They're doing everything right in their power, being nice, friendly to your child, but something about your child's just off and they haven't done nothing. So honestly, some children, let me hear what you say before I say my point. How do you guys deal with that? So I'm going to break it down. You started to see someone and it looks like it's going serious. You've brought them around your child and your child seems to act weird. They seem to act weird. What do you guys do? What do you guys do in a situation like that? Tasha says you look to see how they are with their own children if they have kids. Definitely. So basically, Tasha's saying before getting involved with a guy, while you have children, especially young children, if they have children, this is for her because she's a lady. If they have children, she's going to see how they are as a parent towards their child. And then I guess that will help determine if you want to keep them around or not. A good parent is one who accepts the child as his or her own. Absolutely. But as I was saying earlier, what if that child is showing negative energy toward that person, the potential step parent? How does it make you feel? What's your next move? If your child isn't, their spirit's not taken to them, but the person's not doing anything bad, it's just your child's like got something, like, why do you think that is, and what's your next move? Tia says, I'm new in the field of looking for the answers. I'm very scared to bring men around my children. That's why I've been single so long. And I'm going to say to you as well, don't deprive yourself of happiness, Tia. Not everyone's bad. There's some people with good intentions. Just do your due diligence before bringing them. Ask the relevant questions that's not too forceful to scare them away. Like, be balanced, ask questions, and listen, observe. That's the best thing. That's the best. No matter how much a person says, I do this for my child, I do that, they cannot hide the realness. Do you know why? Because a child don't work, a child don't have a job, and they need a lot of support. So talk is cheap in the situation. It should be easy for us to determine what's real and what's fake. So again, just do your observation on that person and then go from there. There's a lot of people out there that's posting pictures up when they see their child once a year. Best father of the world. Best father of the year, best mom of the year. I don't know how do certain people do that? Like partying every weekend, and where are the kids? Like, where are the kids for real? And look, grandparents, listen, grandparents, you got a big role to play, And I'm not saying in taking care of your grandchildren, but molding and developing these adults that have children. Some of them's adult kids and some of them's adults. Don't spoil your adult child. If reward them with, yes, I'll take care of the grandkids this weekend. You gotta have fun because you've been an awesome mother, awesome father, and you deserve to spend that quality time. Go and have fun. I got the grandchildren. But if you got a disrespectful child and they're trying to drop off that child to you every weekend or every other, and they ain't doing what they're supposed to do, grades are low, tell them no, straight up. Don't set them up for failure. Don't do it. That's what you're doing, When you spoil these kids, you're setting them up for failure because they know you're going to back them up on their nonsense. You know what I mean? It's true. You're going to back them up. Because I know, listen, it's real out here. Let's not fake it. Grandparents got this special love for their grandkids. Grandchildren can almost get away with anything deep down with their grandparents because they got this different kind of love. I think grandparents love the grandkids more than the kids. But still, you have to stand firm and be strong and disciplined. Don't feel no way to tell your child you're doing this thing here wrong. Fix up. And Tia says she'll have a conversation with her child to see why. Supposing the child's like 2 or 3, you can't really. And do you know what? It might be that they're missing their mum or dad. Do you know what I'm saying? And you're going to feel bad about it, but life goes on, and eventually, once the person's doing the right thing and dealing with your child correctly, it should come together. But you have to understand the emotional side of it as well, guys. You know what I mean? A child could act off because you're not their dad, you're not their mum, and they want their mum and dad back. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's kind of difficult. You know what I'm saying? It's touchy, man. It's a sensitive topic, man. It's a sensitive topic. Real talk. Have to make sure that your kids and your partner get along. Because when your children or partner are bumping heads, the relationship is doomed. Not necessarily. Do you know what? Once you raise your child right and you've given them that firm foundation of respect, if they're disrespecting, you got to put that child correct. But at the same time, we're talking like the child could be 2, 3, or 4. And you could be crying for their dad or their mom. Do you know what I mean? So it's different levels, you know what I'm saying? We could be talking about small kids, teenagers, where they're feeling themselves. So it all depends, ladies and gentlemen. All definitely depends, but I don't think it's doomed. I don't think you should drop a good guy. I don't think your child should make the ultimate decision in who you be with, but they do play a part in that decision. They do. It's easier to mold younger kids. You know what I mean? It's easier. And what about discipline? How far can they go as far as discipline? Being a step parent, what is the furthest they can go to discipline their stepchild? It's not their child, but how far would you allow them to go? For example, your son, your daughter is being rude to their step parent. What's the limits on a step parent as far as you guys are in a good relationship? You've been together for like, say, 6 months to a year, and your child is being rude and disrespectful. What's your authority? What's the authority that you're going to give to discipline your child? Because discipline isn't a bad thing, but at the same time, it's not your child. What's the levels? Like, shit, that's an interesting one. What's the levels? And guys, don't forget, the competition's already open. Dee's already won one prize as far as what's the thing that I do. The question is, what's the thing that I do right before going live? What do I do? A lot of people say prayer, but that's something I'll definitely implement for God to guide me. But that's not the thing. That's the thing I do very first thing in the morning and before I go to sleep. I really want someone to guess that one, you know. I really want to give this away. What's the thing I do right before going live? 954-997 0653. Give us a call. It all depends on the kind of bond you make with the children. Sometimes this works out for the good, sometimes for the bad. And that's from Janelle. Thank you for joining us, Janelle. Sherry says, and this is BVI repping, from my experience, my stepson and one of his sisters couldn't stand me, or could. It says could, but I think you meant couldn't stand me when they were really start coming around me. Then they started to call me mommy. See, sometimes it just takes time. You know, that's what I'm saying. Don't let the kids dictate your happiness. The kids are going to get old and big and fend for themselves and find their way. You still have to deal with you. So sometimes it takes time and patience. So don't just, well, my child don't like you, so bang you. You know what I mean? Especially if the person doesn't have kids, they should treat the stepchild children as if they are theirs. And sometimes you have to assist them with that. You have to tell them what's good and what's not, what they like and what they don't. It might not be right or wrong, but you got to guide them as well if they don't have kids. I'm a step parent, and let me tell you, I made sure I treated them as my own. Treating your own, I know you, cause we from the Caribbean. You're gonna give your child licks when they're being rude. You're gonna drag them up and cuff them out. Who you talking to, fam? Come, what? Who you talking? Give them licks. But now it's your stepchild. So I hear you say you're gonna treat them like your own, but what levels? Guys, show me the levels. When my kids were that young, I did not date. I'm only getting back out there now that my baby is 6. Why didn't you date? What's your reason for that, Tia? Sometimes the outside parent can make the bond between you and the stepkids very hard to have. Let's read again. Sometimes the outside parent can make the bond between you and the stepkids very hard to have. So I think it's up to that parent to put the foot down. So basically, Tasha, you're saying setting boundaries, and I agree with you. And it is up to your parent. Okay, so it's basically, I'm going to create a picture here. Female, male, together. She has a child. He's the stepfather. Now, his child's mother makes it difficult. Is that what you're saying? No, I lied. The real dad, is making it difficult for the stepdad by intervening, questioning, don't bring no man around my child. Don't this, trying to dictate the relationship from a distance, calling every second and starting an argument. This is what I learned. You talk to them when it's relevant. If it's about your child and they act up, you have a good day. When you're ready to be civil, we talk. We have moved on. We're not together. You best believe and trust me, I'm not bringing anyone that's going to put our child in danger. And I think a respectful thing to do as well. Would you introduce the real dad or the real mum to your partner? Is that something you guys do? Are you guys on that level where you can do that? I honestly think that's a good look if you can do that. It creates some kind of security within the relationship, that you ain't got nothing to hide, that you guys are done. And look, this is my son's mum from my previous relationship. This is my woman, my wife. Boom. Yeah, I'm saying that's a good feeling. Do you guys do that? Be honest. Or he's on a hush hush. Oh, he's gonna act dumb, so just be quiet or keep in the. Nah, we're grown people. True, you cannot accept seeing that parent with someone else other than their own. That's Sherry. I didn't discipline my stepkids. That was their dad's duties. Nah, you can't. Who else agrees with that? You know what? I'm not going to say no, because it's an individual thing. I think the dad. So if the dad gives you the permission to discipline his child, which is your stepchild, would you do it, or would you still say no? Remember, discipline don't have to be licks, you know. You can take away their stuff and say, look, just out of respect, I took away his game because he told me be quiet or you're not my. I took it away and told him to sit down until your dad speaks to you. You shouldn't just because it's not your child, you should put up with disrespect. You guys need to come together and deal with that child, because now that's your child. Real talk. Yeah, but definitely have a chat with your partner as far as how far they don't mind you going to discipline that child. When you say trusting men, what aspects of trusting them? Do you mean pedophiles or around your child? What do you mean trusting men around your child? What's like, what is men like predators? I don't understand that. What when you say trust them, explain a bit more for me, please, Tia. I will not put my hands on another person's children, because that can get challenging. I wouldn't either. I agree. I wouldn't do that. I can't do it. I'm not doing it. I've never done it, and I've had stepkids. I won't do it. And you know what? Up to this day, we good. You know what I'm saying? My son's got a brother that's 22, and when he sees me, it's a big hug. It's so funny. He's like 6'4". He's like, I'm looking up to him, and I'm like, wow. And the respect and love he gives to me is like, oh, what's up, D? Like, he hug and how you doing? We have a big conversation. Had I been a horrible person or a horrible stepdad when he was young, it wouldn't be like that. So remember, kids, don't forget. Don't forget. So make sure you deal with them right. Remember, we might be adults now. We're going to get old and they're going to be the adults. Just remember that, so it can go left easy. Yeah, we might need them at some point. So just deal with the kid them right. And B says, I do think there are different ways to discipline. And as a step parent, I would not use licks as a form of punishment. That should be the biological parent's responsibility. I think I agree with that. I'm not clapping down no other woman's child. What about if you got in a relationship when that child was like months old or a year old, and you ended up just in a relationship? So basically, that child knows that person as dad. All right, let me hear the comments. Let me see the comments. Can't hear the comments, can I? Unless you call in. I would discipline any child. I don't play that not dating my homegirl's kids. I don't do disrespect. And what's your form of discipline, Tia? Yep, it doesn't. But you see the kids of today, like, I really think they need some licks though. I mean, the world's created rules on how to deal with our children. And for the most part, anyone born from the 80s and before, like, I think like the parents had less, but they did more in terms of disciplining their children. And the most part, the children's turn out to be pretty much good versus the ones, I'm sorry to say, if you're born in the 90s or 2000, I'm sorry to say, you guys are different. I'm sorry, but you guys are just different. Like, the way you guys think, the things you do, like, you guys can be a little bit crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you. You think, I hear you, Tia, man. You're scared to bring men around your kids because they could be pedophiles. That's crazy. But yeah, I hear you. It could always be at the back of your mind. I didn't have too much issues when they were younger, but as they got older, the outside parents' influence started getting in the way. That's when the problem started. I had to lay my hands. So you had to clap them up. How old were they at that point? And you know what's so crazy? You can do so much for that child, raise them. The biological parent isn't around, but at some point, there's always that weird bond that they're going to have, or that love they're going to have, that I don't think. Do you think a stepchild can love their step-parent more than their biological? It's crazy. I've seen people raise stepkids and they turn back to the biological that didn't do nothing. My daddy, my mommy, and just like, what? Like, when I see it, like, it's tough, you know? It's rough. It's rough out here. I will not tolerate. Yeah, you're damn Antiguan. Of course you're not going to tolerate no disrespect. Respect to that. I wouldn't either, but can a disrespectful child cause you to walk away from the relationship that's good between you and your partner? Like a disrespectful child, like giving you hell in the house. Would you leave your partner because of that child? Tonya says it can be a beautiful thing as long as that children know they are genuinely loved by both. Can build a solid household on each end. Tia says it depends on the age and what they did for the discipline. I know a lot of men and women that lived through that. Okay, your stepkids that live with you, you had them a lot. I got you. So what's that? Heck nah, Tash. You saying you won't stick around if there's disrespectful children despite the love and the bond that you and your partner's got? Oh, come on, cuz. Really? You're just gonna leave the whole relationship for another one that could be worse? Remember, them kids gonna get big and kick them out the house. Boom. Get out of my house. Get your backside out of my house. Me not want to deal with you no more. Your backside fast right, you. I'm joking. Rate my accent just then. I even know what that was. Oh, you're saying you wouldn't leave. Okay, good. Strong woman. That's what I'm talking about. Strong. You ain't going nowhere. You're not getting me out of my relationship because you are disrespectful. Nah. Exactly. Tonya, right there you go. Children grow up and they move on. Once you build that foundation in a child, they'll always come back. They'll always find themselves. No matter how hard it might be at the beginning, they'll come back around. The foundation is very important, guys. Very, very important. And you know what? Raising a stepchild can be a beautiful thing as well. Can you, like, give yourself an extra pat on the back if you raise someone else's child to love you? You know what I mean? Give yourself a pat on the back for that one there. It can be rewarding. It's so beautiful to see a man or a woman taking that time out to love your child, like genuinely show that love and time and attention. I ain't gonna lie, one of my challenges would be kind of probably to discipline the limits and the boundaries, or for me, I'm never physical. I don't care. I'm not getting physical, but I'll blast you. I'll tell you, be quiet and sit your backside down now. I ain't playing with you. What kind of nonsense? Take away your stuff and all of that. But I ain't going to hit no child that's not mine. I don't even really hit my own child, to be honest with you. Nah. Whew. What do you guys feel about that? Tasha says that after she got into an altercation with her stepchild, she told them that that stepchild couldn't come back to our house. So did you do the telling, or was it an agreement you and your partner agreed on? You can't come back here. And was there like until you apologize or something, or they just wasn't welcome back? Because that's a tough one, you know. That's a tough one. But still, yeah, you're within your rights once you guys agree on that. So who's gonna be the first one to call in on the show? 954 997 0653. And don't forget, I'm giving away something. One person's already won. Somebody's already won. If you can guess the very thing I do before I click that live button, what do I do? Not right before I press the button, just before couple minutes before I go live. There is something that I always do. Can one of you guys guess that and we'll take this prize off my hands? Just comment, call 954 997 0653. If you guys got any advice when it comes to dealing with step parenting, please share in the comment box. We'll be more than happy to hear from you. We're approaching the hour mark. We're going to close off and we'll probably return back next Sunday. If you want me back on Wednesday, you got to share it up and guarantee me 50 views. We're at 30 right now. So I want next show to be 50 and keep going up. It wasn't an agreement. Don't get me wrong. Even though that happened because we had already formed a bond from, right? So yeah, I can understand. See, that's different. What she said is very different. So basically she's saying she already formed a bond. Maybe they was together from the child was young. So she could have told them like, get your backside out and don't come back until you fix yourself up. And some parents, you know what? There's some people that don't like when you talk to their child away or tell them. I think it's crazy when someone tries to give you advice on how to deal with your child and you get upset or take offense to it. There's some parents that do that, guys and females. They get offended like when you tell them certain things. You know what I mean? And I've been somewhat offended as well. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just natural because it's your child, but still we gotta learn how to take it with a grain of salt and not get too mad or get upset. Yes. So yeah, I'm gonna take this time out to thank each and everyone for joining us on Let's Talk Radio and podcast. And tonight's topic was about step parenting, what no one tells you about step parenting, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I think I found something on TikTok. I'm gonna see if I can play it for you guys. Tell me what you guys agree. If you guys agree with this, let me see if I can find it. Guys. Hold on. Yeah, I was watching something earlier on TikTok where a woman was talking crazy, I think. No one can beat 90. Wait, hold on. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Let me turn this on too. I'm going to see if I can find it and play it for you guys. I found it crazy. I probably lost it. I should have saved it in the archive. But I think I started to speak on it. She was basically saying that there's no way she's going to give her all to a step parent, being a step parent, or even get involved with someone with a child, even though she's got kids, because it's not hers. She's not spending her money or on no child that's not hers or putting her own. I said, you are selfish. That's what I said when I saw that nonsense. Yeah, I found that was crazy and very selfish of her. But each to their own. Yeah, it's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, look, I found it, guys. Listen to this. Listen. You ready? If you're ready, say ready. If you're ready, say ready, because this one was crazy. I'm going to play it weird through the mic. Let me see if I can find it on this one here. Wait, hold on. I found this crazy. Okay, I'm going to find it right now. Bear with me. No. Be quiet. Oh, TikTok. How do you find your saved stuff? Do you know what? I'm just going to play it here. Bear with me, guys. Watch this.
How would I benefit from helping them raise his kid? If you marry a man and he has a child, if he's on child support and he falls behind on his payments, they coming after the wife's money. It's a very big risk. It costs hundreds of thousands of dollars to raise a kid. There's no benefits. How would I benefit? Step parents, period. There's no benefits. How would I benefit from helping them raise his kid? If you marry a man and he has a child, if he's on child support and he falls behind on his payments, they coming after the wife's money. It's a very big risk. It costs hundreds of thousands of dollars to raise a child. It's expensive. Why would I invest hundreds of thousands of dollars into something that will never be mine? You can't do something as detrimental as having a child out of wedlock. And then after you make that piss poor decision, then now all of a sudden the community got to come and help you. That doesn't make any sense. You got people who have multiple kids out of wedlock. It's not like it was a one-time thing. Now you're putting their piss poor decision, you putting the responsibility on the backs of those who are responsible. That's not fair. Step parents, period. There's no benefits. How would I benefit from it?
What do you guys think about that comment? What do you guys honestly feel about that? Tell me what you think about that one. I'm going to see if I can get to play it properly so you guys can really hear it. Like, you know, I'm going to see what I can do because it probably wasn't clear. But if you heard it, what do you guys think about that comment there? I think it was kind of cold. I don't agree. But what do you guys think about that? She's basically saying there's no benefits. And she's more focused on all the risks when it comes to that step parenting stuff. What do you guys think about what she said? I'm going to see if I can play it again for you guys, okay? Let me see. Oh, here we go. Look. Tell me if you can hear it. Oh.
Parents, period. There's no benefits. How would I benefit?
Hold on, it's coming, guys. It's just loading. I think it's crazy, but it's a valid topic, and everyone's got a right, you know, their views.
Parents, period. There's no benefits. How would I benefit?
It's not playing. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's not supposed to be played. It's not playing, but if you heard it, what do you guys think about that? In some states, if you are married, they count that other person income also. Do you see what I'm saying? I didn't know that, you know. So, yeah, so she kind of has a point when you think about it, if that's the case. She slightly has a point.
Step parents, period. There's no benefits. How would I benefit?
Yeah, it's not playing. I'm gonna quit that and get back to the. It's not playing. Sorry about that, guys. There we get back. We get back to the music. So yeah, we're gonna close off. We're getting ready to close off. Thank you, everyone, for joining. It was really nice having you. This topic, I actually learned from the topic, as I do always. And I hope we can discuss more. Big up Donna, Miss Green, for sharing and being correct on one of the things that I do each and every time before I start a show. She said that I share it. I share that I'm going live, and she definitely was right. Yes, this was an important topic. If you think we should continue this maybe Wednesday, I can do that. I could definitely continue. If you want to talk about something, what's relevant and important right now to you guys in 2024 that we can speak about. Remember, I do this for you guys. Yeah, someone already won it, Tash. You joined us late. They already got it right. That is one of the things. But there is another thing that I do before I start my show. Yeah, Tash says all the woman that just spoke there was worried about was having to help financially, and there's much more to it. Yep. Maybe she's talking from. It don't sound like she's talking from something she experienced, Sherry. It just sounds like straight up selfishness. That's how it sounds. Thank you. So yes, if there's something you would like for us to speak about on the next one, do you guys want to hear what it is? One of the things that I do right before I start my shows. One of the things, man, I thought someone would have guessed it for real, because I think it's like something that most people would do right before a show or anything, actually, that they know they have to be locked into. But it's closed off now, so no one guessed it. I will share. Please, guys, if everyone that joined us today, there's 30 of you guys, can share this to someone and they share it to someone. That's 60 new subscribers. We're trying to grow this channel. And if you didn't know, I will be, once I get to 1,000 subscribers, giving away accommodation to either of the majority's choice. It could be Aruba, it could be Hawaii, it could be within the United. I've got some ties where I can hook it up for 2. But we have to get to, I think we're on 200 subscribers. I need to get to 1,000. If you enjoyed the show, please go ahead, share, like, subscribe on all platforms. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook. Let's Talk Radio and Podcast, where we talk about anything goes with respect. So I'm going to take this time out to thank each and every one of you guys for joining. God bless. Join us here each and every Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. That's 9 p.m. Atlantic Time. And every other Wednesday, same time, the Let's Talk Radio Podcast Show. Big up. Old type, man. See you again soon. And I'll leave the comment box open. If you want to comment, if you want to leave feedback, feel free to. Just stay blessed. Peace.